guys, it's daytime. You know what that means. It's time for me, daytime. And today you might see this girl disappear and reappear again. She's a little under the weather, so I apologize ahead of time. So as you can see, I have my little nose pierced, and that's what I'm here to talk about today. You okay? You good? Okay, so first, before I even get started, I want to let you guys know that they did not allow us to record the process of me getting it pierced. They said for insurance purposes, so I didn't get it on video. They said we can only take pictures, so you know, I had my mom just take photographs. So the first picture is the lady, she's cleaning my nose with this clear like gel stuff, and it's just to sanitize my nose and make sure that it's nice and clean. Second picture is her putting the dot on my nose, and she asks me before she does the dot, you know, do you want to hoop later on? And I tell her yes, because it does affect where the dot is put, and she moves it closer if you do want to hoop, because I told her yes, I want to hoop. So yeah, that's what happened. The next picture is when she puts the tube in my nose. Like there's different kinds, like where they do the cork, or you know, they just do the needle. They have like different ones. So she puts like a metal tube up my nose, and the needle, and my face is just like, what am I doing to myself, Jesus? Like I look so scared, and I was like, my heart was pounding. I was like, good God, no. The next picture is when it's actually going through, and I'm just like, ooh, and I'm cringing. It hurt pretty bad. It hurt me. The seventh picture is when the needle's in, and I'm just sitting there like, that just happened. Like there's a needle in my nose right now. So that's those two pictures. And then the last picture is her putting the jewel in my nose, which probably hurt more than any of it was her like re-putting the jewel in my nose. That it stung a tad. It stung. Okay, so now it's time for the question part of the video. Question number 1, did it hurt? Like I said earlier, yes, it hurt. It's not like a pain that's like unbearable, but it hurts. It's not like a, it was fine. It like hurt. From 1 to 10, how bad was it? From 1 to 10, I would say like, sorry, but like a 6 out of 10. A lot of people were like, probably a 2 out of 10, but it hurt pretty bad. Like, I don't know what to compare it to though. Just imagine you're getting pinched like super, 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 super hard. Like that was the pain. What made you ask? So I've actually been wanting it for a really long time. I've had friends that have their nose pierced, and it just looks really cool. So I was basically like, can I please get it? Like I've been wanting it for a long time. Before I even like, you know, started asking for it, I would put like a jewel on my nose, like, you know, the diamond studs on your clothes. I would get the jewel and I would put it on my nose, and I was like, this is gonna look good. Like I want this. So how did you convince your parents? I'm gonna try to briefly go over this. So one day I seen it on Twitter. My friend had tweeted she wanted her nose done really bad, and I've been wanting it, and you know, that just lit the spark to the fire. And that was basically just when I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna actually try to talk to them about it, and I'm going to try to convince my parents so I can get this nose piercing. So then later that day we had went to the mall, and we're walking around, and I'm talking to them. My mom like was not for it at all, and my stepdad was basically like, you know, I'm for it. You're, you know, you seem like you're ready and you really want it, so I'll talk to your mom about it. So because at first my mom was like, no, you're too young, you're this, and I was basically like, it's not like I'm asking to get a tattoo. I'm not trying to get my lip pierced. I'm not trying to get, you know, something crazy pierced. It's just, you know, a nose piercing. It's not like anything like wacky or anything. So then we went into Claire's and everything, and I went in there and I was like, excuse me, do you guys do nose piercings? And they were basically like, no, sorry, we don't do that here. I'm so sorry. So I was just like, ugh. And then we went home, and I was still like talking about it. Like I kept bringing it up, but not too much to where it was like, dude, no, you're being annoying. The answer is no, like no. So yeah, then the next day they had went to the store, they came back, and my mom like yells at the top of her, my mom yells at the top of her lungs like, Deja, get down here. So I'm like, dude, like what did I do? I'm like thinking about all the stuff that I've done or something, and I was just like, yes, like, so I come on the couch, and then I went downstairs and I was sitting on the couch, and she was like, So you really want your nose pierced? I have a gold earring in my ear right now. We can pierce it with that and sterilize the needle, and we can do it here. And it was basically, she wasn't like serious or anything. It was basically just a test. It was basically just a test to see if I, like, was I serious about it and if I really, really wanted it. And I was just like, yeah, like, let's go. Like, I was acting like I wasn't scared, but on the inside I was like, girl, don't do that. Do not do that. No. But yeah, I was basically fronting, and I was like, let's do it then, let's do it. And then she was just like, no, I'm totally kidding, we're not doing that, but I can tell that you really want it, so, you know, let's just do it, you know. And then we made a date for it. I got it done Saturday, 2 days after Christmas, so the 27th. And yeah, where do you go? I went to this place called HTC Piercings, HTC Body Piercings. Yeah. What type of ring is it? So there are 4, to my knowledge, that I know of. The first one is corkscrew, which is what I have. They feed it into your nose. They feed the corkscrew part into your nose, and then this part rests against your nose, and then the straight part is what sticks out. They have the bone, which just goes right in. This is the bone. Then they have L, which they push it in and then they bring it this way. Sorry, there's gonna be nose picking in this video, but they put it in and then it goes out like this, and then the stud is on the tip. And then they have the hoop, so if you want to hoop, they this part goes in first. It goes under, and then under, you feed it through, you pull it through, and then this back part rests on the back of your nose while the hoop. Next question, how much did it cost? It cost $53 for mine, and it really depends where you go, because this place called Piercing Pagoda, which was where I was originally gonna go, the piercing is $50, and then the actual ring is $52. So I was just like, no. How long did they say it had to stay in? They said mine had to stay in for 4 months. Like, I can't take it out. I already had an incident where I was like rubbing my eye and I went like this, and then it, like, this part like stuck out, like this part. Hold on. This part like stuck out and it was out my nose, so I had to like push it back in. And there was like a little bit of blood, and I was like, dude, ugh. Said, did you use a needle or a gun? The places that said that they used a gun, I was like, I'm not going. Like, no, I'd rather not get it pierced. So they said it can shatter your cartilage, so I was just like, you know, I'm not even gonna risk it. I don't even want it if all they do is gun. So I went and I did needle. So the stuff that they gave me was, they gave me this pamphlet for my piercing, and it has like instructions, what to expect caring for your piercing, what not to do, about your jewelry, and additional care for piercings. This is the lady that actually did mine. Her name is Kat. Shout out to you, Kat. ILY. I love you forever and ever. So yeah, and the type of jewelry that I have is 18 gauge nostril screw piercing, a 2mm gem, and I'm allergic to like nickel and stuff like that, so I had to get rather titanium or gold. So yeah. And then she also gave me this non-iodized sea salt, which is what they said you have to use in order to, you know, heal your piercing. And they told me I have to do it twice a day, so I do mine twice a day. They said to get a gallon of distilled water, so I have my gallon, it's in the fridge right now. Gallon of distilled water, and then they said put 4 teaspoons of this salt. And so yeah, so then you put it in a cup, you put it in the microwave, and you put it to where it's hot, but to where it's bearable. Like, you don't want it to burn your face, like, you don't want to burn your face off. And you put it in the cup and you just sit it in there for 7 to 10 minutes. It's the most annoying thing ever. It's so aggravating. It makes my neck hurt. But it is a price that you got to pay to get this baby in your nose. But there's, based on where you go, they'll tell you what to do. So it's not like every piercing place is like, you dip your nose. Like, some people get the little Q-tip. And yeah, stuff like that. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. That's all for my piercing video. And my social media is right here. Bow! Did you follow all of those accounts, or did you? No? Yeah. No! I'm just joking. At the end of every video, I say what made my day, and what made my day today is totally getting my nose pierced and on my wrist. And we had to wait like 45 minutes before, you know, I got there because it was pretty packed. So we went to this technically 3, but 2-story Urban Outfitters, and I dang near died. And here's the stuff that I got. I got these 8 rings. Here's a little montage of it. So yeah, that cost $20, and here's one of them. I actually have one of them on right now. But yeah, that cost $20, and then we got these two piercings. God, taking over my life. We got these 2 polishes. I have one of them on my nails right now. It's like this matte color. It's this matte. It's called Mystic Disco. Mystic Disco. And then this one is called After Hours. Wow, it's really blurry. Like, why? This one costs $5 and this one costs $6. So yeah, we got them from Urban Outfitters. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much.